Hey guys, so I decided to make a quick video on how I do my eyebrows with the Anastasia Beverly Hill Dipbrow Pomade. I wanted to do it before the light was out, before the light outside was just, before the sun went down. So I wanted to do this video real quick. My camera literally just died, so I charged it for a couple minutes, so I gotta do this really quick. So I want to get right into it. So I'm going to start off using my Anastasia number 12 brush. And that is what it looks like, and it has a spoolie on the other end too. And taking my Dipbrow pomade in the color dark brown, this is what it looks like. It's not gonna focus for me, I'm sorry. I'm sorry if I'm looking down, it's because I have my mirror right here and it's like lighted up, so if you guys can't see, I'm sorry. I'm gonna try to do this as best as I can. I've used my product up pretty well. Like I'm to the bottom. I'm gonna have to buy a new one soon, and plus this one's a little bit dried out, so it's harder to work with. But sorry, the brush is dirty because I already did one eyebrow. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm just gonna take some product and swirl it around on my brush, and then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take the lid and I'm just gonna take the product and warm it up in the back of the lid like that. And just kind of spread it around. And then what I'm going to do is I've already brushed and trimmed my eyebrows as I want to. So I did that. So I'm going to start I'm going to start kind of almost, I'm not going to start completely in the inner corner of my eyebrow. I'm going to start about right here. And I'm just going to lightly start stroking it and bringing it outwards. So I'm just gonna keep going, and now once I'm getting out here more, I'm gonna go ahead and outline the shape that I want. And then when I get to the tail, I just bring it in how I would want it. Now I don't get too precise about it because I know I'm gonna clean it up. So after that, I go ahead and I start right a little bit before the arch of my eyebrow starts. And I start making the shape of my eyebrow. The shape of your eyebrow is the shape of your eyebrow. You can't really change that, so I'm not telling you guys how to shape your eyebrow. You can do this however you want. This is just how I do it. Now, since I got the tail, I'm going to go ahead and I start filling in from the tail and inwards, because the tail is what I want to be the darkest. So I just take small strokes filling in the tail. And then as I get closer and closer, I start taking bigger strokes with my brush. And make sure you blend in that bottom line, because you don't want a really harsh line there. I mean, some people like that harsh line, but I don't. I like to kind of blend it in. And then now that I'm getting to the inner corner of my eyebrow, wow, my eyebrow looks really dark on camera. My eyebrows aren't that dark, guys, so don't think that. Now I'm just going to take my brush super light with whatever product I have left on my brush, and I'm just going to outline the very inner part of my eyebrow. Super light, so hopefully you guys can see this. And then taking my brush flat like that, I'm going to take it from the bottom and I'm going to start pushing up. That way I get that kind of fade effect, because I don't want it to be super harsh in the corners of my eyebrows. And then I just take it out like that so it all blends together. Now I don't really like the shape that I gave my arch, so I'm going to kind of go back in. Okay, that's better. Okay, now I'm just going to take the other side. I'm going to take my spoolie and I'm just going to brush this out. Okay, so that's what I have so far. So the line is a little bit harsh, so I'm going to keep blending that out right there. I usually do this just like super fast, but I'm kind of like at a weird angle right now so you guys can see me. And I wanted to get a video up before all the good lighting was gone outside. So now that I've done that, this is the part when I go ahead and I carve out my eyebrows. So I'm going to be using the Sheer Cover concealer and the Duo concealer in the color light to medium. And this is just what it looks like. And then the front of it, it's just a clear package. So I take that on a concealer brush, whatever brush you prefer. Some people use angled brushes, but I just take a brush like this. Wow, the camera's not focusing for me today. And I just take the lighter color in this Duo and I put a little bit on the end of my brush. Now this part, hopefully you guys can see, I don't directly start carving out my eyebrows. What I do is I put a line under my eyebrow. I'm not carving it out yet, just to kind of put the product there. And then I go ahead and see how I didn't put it on the inner corner of my eyebrow yet? I don't like too much product right there, so that's when I start feathering it out and carving out the shape of my eyebrow. Now this part, a lot of people aren't precise and they can do it super quick, but this part, this is the only part that I'm super slow about. Just carve it out however you want. And this is why you don't have to be too precise, because you can always go back in and fix it or whatever. And a lot of people like to carve out the top of their eyebrows, but personally I don't like to do that. I just feel like it doesn't look very natural. If you carve it out with what am I trying to say? Sometimes I'll wipe all the product off of my brush and then I'll kind of go over it just to clean up anything that's imperfected. Now see, I haven't blended in my concealer yet, and I take a big fluffy brush. This is actually like a like an eyeshadow brush, so I just take that and I just start blending this out. So now that I've done that, I go ahead back in with my spoolie and I just, sometimes this can kind of help to blend things, but also if you're, if it's too dark in some areas, you can always go back in with your spoolie and brush it out, make it lighter to your preference. Now my eyebrows, one is thicker than the other, so I'm going to go ahead in and I'm going to try and make that a little bit better. Okay, that looks a little bit weird on camera. Okay, that's way better. Now I do notice that, if you guys can tell, this is just how my eyebrows are. This side in the corner, it looks a little more square than this side. It's a little more rounded, and that's just because of my natural eyebrows. But I always try and fix that as best as I can. So let's see if I can kind of perfect that. Okay, so that's a little better. Okay, and there is the finished eyebrow look. Sorry, my light's like totally in the way. So that's how I do my eyebrows with the Anastasia Dipbrow Pomade. I will link, everything down below, the shade and how much it costs, but just so you guys know, this does cost $18, and the number 12 brush also is $18, and I bought these both together. Actually, I didn't buy this, my boyfriend bought this for me. It was something I wanted, and he bought it for me, and I've had this for a good over 6 months now, so this has lasted me a really long time, and I'm probably gonna need a new one in maybe a month and a half or 2 months. This is like my holy grail eyebrow product. And I also love their brow powder too. I kind of do that if I'm going for a more natural look, or if I just need to get out of the house real quick and go, I'll use that. but most of the time I'm using my dip brow. So I hope you guys like this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Ask if you have any questions or comments, go ahead and comment down below. Thank you for watching. Bye.